Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that nearly 70% of online transactions flow through a system born out of fear, chaos, and a group of 20-something founders who were so broke they slept on beanbags, but so brilliant they would later dominate Silicon Valley. Imagine a company so powerful that its early employees went on to create Tesla, SpaceX, YouTube, LinkedIn, Yelp, Palantir, and even changed Hollywood. This is not just the story of a payment company. This is the story of the digital revolution and how an idea created in a small, dusty office during the dot-com explosion became the foundation of global online commerce. This is the untold story of PayPal, a company born in a war zone of failing startups, lawsuits, hacking attempts, internal rivalries, and one of the fiercest business battles Silicon Valley has ever seen. A story that begins not with money, but with a dream to make money move as easily as sending an email. To understand PayPal, we have to travel back to the late 1990s, a time when the internet felt like a wild frontier. People were buying things online, but there was a problem. Payments were a nightmare. Credit cards failed for international users. Banks didn't trust online transactions. Fraud was exploding everywhere. Most people had no safe way to move money digitally. The internet was changing fast. But money was still stuck in the past, slow, expensive, and controlled by institutions that didn't want change. Into this chaos stepped a group of young outsiders. A physics student who believed the future was digital. A coder obsessed with encryption. A financial analyst who saw opportunity in online trust. And a South African entrepreneur with an impossible dream to reshape money itself. None of them knew their experiment would become one of the most important financial inventions of the 21st century. They only knew one thing. The world needed a new way to move money. The story begins with Max Levchin, a Ukrainian immigrant studying computer science. Levchin believed two things. One, encryption could change the world. Two, the internet desperately needed safer systems. Meanwhile, Peter Thiel, a Stanford-trained philosopher and investor, was looking for the next big idea. When Levchin showed Thiel a technology that could store encrypted information on mobile devices, Thiel immediately saw the potential. In December 1998, they created a small company called Confinity. No one knew it yet, but this tiny startup would change global finance. The original goal was not payments. Confinity was supposed to help people beam money between Palm Pilots, a device that barely exists today. It sounds crazy, but this was the seed of PayPal. Levchin built the security, Thiel built the business strategy. A small team of coders worked night and day for survival. But something unexpected happened. Users didn't care about Palm Pilots. They cared about one feature: email payments. It was simple, fast, and revolutionary. With one click, a buyer could send money to a seller. The internet suddenly had a universal currency, not issued by a government, but by a startup. And then, something even bigger happened. eBay sellers discovered PayPal. Within weeks, thousands of sellers were using it. Then tens of thousands. Then hundreds of thousands. PayPal wasn't a product anymore. It was a movement. The founders didn't know it, but they had just unlocked a billion-dollar opportunity. Across town, another entrepreneur was dreaming of digital finance. A young, ambitious visionary named Elon Musk had created a company called XCOM, one of the first online banks. Musk wanted to create a financial empire, a place where people could store money, invest, borrow, and pay for everything online. But XCOM had a problem. It needed a killer feature. And Confinity was the killer feature. In early 2000, Musk and Thiel made a decision that would shape history. Merge XCOM and Confinity. With the merger, the two companies became one. But this union sparked a silent war, a battle of ideas, leadership, and vision. Musk wanted to build a financial super app. Thiel and Levchin wanted to perfect digital payments. Both visions were brilliant, but only one could win. The war inside PayPal had begun. Inside PayPal's office, things were far from peaceful. The company grew fast, too fast. New employees arrived daily. Money was burning at an insane speed. Hackers attacked constantly. Banks threatened lawsuits. And on top of all that, Musk and Thiel disagreed on almost everything. The leadership crisis. At one point, Musk pushed to rebrand everything under the X name, even the PayPal product. This created tension inside the team. Then, during Musk's trip to Australia, the board made a shocking decision. They voted to replace Musk with Peter Thiel as CEO. It was one of the most dramatic leadership changes in startup history. But something interesting happened. Musk accepted it. He didn't quit. He didn't fight. He stayed and worked to support the product. This unusual moment of humility helped stabilize the company during a chaotic period. Thiel as CEO brought balance. Levchin led security. And Musk continued pushing for innovation. For the first time, the team was united. And they needed unity because PayPal was about to face the biggest battles of its life. PayPal became a rising star on eBay. Customers loved it. eBay, however, did not. eBay already had its own payment system, Billpoint. They saw PayPal as an invader stealing their customers. So eBay fought PayPal on every level. They banned PayPal links. They restricted PayPal mentions. They promoted Billpoint aggressively. They tried to buy PayPal to control it. But PayPal refused to die. Every time eBay blocked them, PayPal built a workaround. Every time Billpoint launched a new feature, PayPal made a better one. The users saw the difference. PayPal was simply better, faster, and easier. Within a year, PayPal dominated eBay. eBay had a choice: keep fighting or surrender. While fighting eBay, PayPal was also battling something far more dangerous: hackers and fraudsters. Because PayPal moved real money, criminals targeted it relentlessly. Levchin's team invented new technologies to stop them: machine learning systems that detected suspicious behavior automatically. These systems were so advanced, they became the foundation for modern internet security. But there were days when PayPal lost over $10 million in fraud in a single month. Every error, every weakness, every bug could destroy the company overnight. But Levchin and the engineering team refused to break. They built anti-fraud tools faster than attackers could adapt. This battle, fought quietly in dark offices at 2 a.m., is the reason PayPal survived when so many other fintech startups died. In early 2002, PayPal made a bold move. They went public on the Nasdaq. Investors were skeptical. Analysts predicted failure. Big banks hated them. Competitors laughed at them. But within hours, PayPal's stock price soared. They became one of the most successful IPOs of the year. PayPal was no longer a risky startup. It was a financial powerhouse. And then the unthinkable happened. eBay surrenders. After years of fighting, eBay gave up its battle. In July 2002, eBay purchased PayPal for $1.5 billion. It was one of the smartest acquisitions in internet history. PayPal now has a global platform. eBay had the best payment system in the world. Both companies won, but the real winners were the founders. When PayPal was sold, something unusual happened. The employees didn't retire. They reinvented Silicon Valley. The early PayPal team, later called the PayPal Mafia, became the most influential group of entrepreneurs the tech world has ever seen. Elon Musk, right arrow, created SpaceX and Tesla. Peter Thiel created Palantir, funded Facebook. Reid Hoffman, right arrow, created LinkedIn. Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, Jord Karam, right arrow, created YouTube. Jeremy Stoppelman created Yelp. David Sachs produced Hollywood films, founded Yammer. Max Levchin founded Affirm. No other startup in history produced so many billionaires, innovators, and founders. PayPal didn't just create a payment system. It created the blueprint for modern tech entrepreneurship. Under eBay, PayPal expanded across the world. They launched in Europe, Asia, Latin America. Millions of people without bank accounts used PayPal as their financial identity. E-commerce exploded because of it. Suddenly, freelancers could get paid internationally. Small businesses could sell online. Secure checkout became a global standard. Consumers trusted the internet more. PayPal has become the currency of the digital world. And the transformation didn't stop there. In 2015, PayPal was separated from eBay and became an independent public company once again. This was the beginning of PayPal's second rise. Now free from eBay, PayPal became a financial technology leader, a digital wallet pioneer, a global payment processor, a partner for millions of businesses. They acquired Venmo, Braintree, and iZettle, expanding their influence even deeper into the digital economy. By 2020, PayPal had processed trillions of dollars. It has become one of the most trusted financial systems on Earth. And all of this came from a simple idea. Sending money should be as easy as sending an email. PayPal didn't just change how we pay. It changed how we live. It made global commerce possible. It made small businesses competitive. It made secure payments normal. It pushed banks to innovate. Most importantly, it taught the world that innovation can come from outsiders, from dreamers without resources, from immigrants, from rebels who refuse to follow the rules. PayPal changed money forever, and the people behind it changed the world far beyond payments. The story of PayPal is not just a business story. It is the story of human belief, a story of risk, conflict, teamwork, and relentless pursuit of an idea that seemed impossible. It began in a tiny office with no money, and became a force that touched billions of lives. PayPal proved that a small idea can challenge an entire industry. Innovation can come from anywhere. The future belongs to the bold. And that is why PayPal remains one of the most influential companies in history. If this story inspired you, imagine what the next one will reveal. Hit subscribe to join our journey into the world's biggest business stories, where ideas become empires and ordinary people rewrite the future.